The role of Muslims in their communities, a call for reformation and engagement. Historical context, integration, and influence. In the 1970s, 80s, and 90s, indigenous Muslims in urban areas of the United States played a significant role in their communities. They were well integrated and known for their contributions to local economies and social stability. As merchants, entrepreneurs, and street vendors, they interacted directly with non-Muslims, fostering relationships and mutual understanding. During the crack epidemic, Muslim men were instrumental in diffusing tensions and stopping violence. They actively shut down drug dens and cleaned up neighborhoods plagued by vice. Their presence and actions provided a sense of security and order, showcasing the positive influence of Islam on community well-being. Shifts in demographics and engagement. However, the landscape has changed with the influx of immigrant Muslims and the decline of Islam in urban areas. The face of Islam has shifted to suburban regions, where communities are more reclusive. This suburbanization has led to a perception of Islam as more tame and secular, moving away from the dynamic and engaged presence in urban centers. The culture of ambiguity and Islamophobia. The current model of Muslim communities often involves isolation behind the walls of cultural masjids and centers. This separation from neighbors and broader communities runs counter to the goals of dawah, inviting others to understand Islam and combating Islamophobia. A culture of ambiguity, where Muslims are less visible and less engaged with their non-Muslim neighbors, contributes to misunderstandings and fear. When people do not interact with Muslims in their daily lives, they are more likely to rely on stereotypes and negative media portrayals, which fuel Islamophobia. The role of social media and youth. In contemporary times, dawah has largely become a social media affair, driven by the youth. While social media provides a platform for spreading information, it lacks the personal touch and direct interaction that face-to-face engagement offers. The digital nature of modern dawah can create a disconnect between Muslims and their local communities. Challenges within Muslim communities. Elders often control the boards of many masjids, and their focus can be inward-looking, tied to tribalism, sectarianism, and a back-home mentality. This mindset can stifle progress and prevent effective engagement with the broader society. For Islam to have a future in the West, there needs to be a shift towards inclusivity and active participation in local communities. The burden falls on Muslims who are closer to suffering and injustice to take on leadership roles and act as ambassadors of their faith. Call to action, reform and reorientation. Reform and reorientation are crucial. Muslims need to break down the walls of cultural isolation and engage with their neighbors. This means community involvement. Muslims should actively participate in local events, volunteer efforts, and community organizations. By being present and contributing to the common good, they can build bridges and dispel misconceptions. Masjids that work. Masjids should be equally orientated to both reverts and born Muslims, and facilities for women and children should not be neglected or treated as optional. The whole community should look forward to being together in the masjid. Youth empowerment. While social media is important, youth should also be encouraged to engage in local activism and outreach. Personal interactions can have a profound impact on changing perceptions. Educational initiatives, offering educational programs about Islam and inviting non-Muslims to learn and ask questions can demystify the religion and reduce fear. Leadership development, encouraging Muslims who are attuned to the challenges of modern society to take on leadership roles can help guide communities toward greater positive influence. In conclusion, the future of Islam in the West depends on a return to the principles of active engagement and community service. By addressing the culture of ambiguity and fostering outward-looking communities, Muslims can counteract Islamophobia and build a more harmonious society.